My name is Nicole O'Brien. I'm 25. I live in LA. I'm a publicist. So when I was in high school, I ran track and cross country. I did high jump and hurdles and didn't have a ton of issues. Instead, I think one day when I was a senior, all of a sudden I just had a bunch of knee pain. And long story short, I ended up having one cleanup of my meniscus on my right side and one failed repair on the left and three cleanups. And after that, when I turned 25, I just had a ton of pain. I lost like all my range of motion. I couldn't run. I couldn't do workouts. Like I just couldn't live my like normal everyday active lifestyle. And I just knew I needed to figure something out because I knew at 25, I should have been able to be running and walking more than a mile without having pain. So I just felt really fed up and I was in a ton of pain and I knew I didn't want to get another cleanup. I was struggling with my current surgeon. I just knew I needed to have better results. So I kind of just went deep into Googling. I ended up finding meniscustears.com, dove super deep into Dr. Saliman's practice, what he's done. And I knew it was definitely something innovative in the space that I had never seen before. And it seemed like it was a lot of answers that I was looking for. And so I was able to get in with him super quickly and realize that like everything he was doing was exactly what I was looking for. So it was super, super thankful to find him. I had seen three and I just really didn't like them. I didn't feel like they cared about me. And I also felt like the results weren't what I was looking for. And when I found Dr. Saliman, all the pieces just like connected and he was like exactly what I was looking for. So personable, just really cares about the patient and really wants to get the best outcome. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. And I just couldn't be more thankful that I found him. We did an MRI of both my right and left knee, and we treated both, but we did the right knee first. I had a pretty large horizontal tear that I had for probably close to a year, and I was just living with it, and it just got to the point where I was just in a lot of pain and like wasn't able to do much. So we went in, fully stitched it up, and I've had great results. I'm 6 months out, and the right leg feels really amazing. So that's really good. I have about like 75% of my meniscus still intact there. So that's great. The left leg was a little bit more my problematic leg. I had a failed repair on that leg and I had so much of my meniscus removed. When Dr. Saliman looked at my MRI, he basically told me I didn't really have anything salvageable left. And I was just in a lot of pain and I felt like I just really didn't have that cushion anymore. So 9 weeks after my repair on the right side, he recommended to do a transplant on the left side. So that's what we did. I literally couldn't be more thankful. I'm so happy with the results. And I mean, day of, Dr. Salman's bedside manner is amazing. He really cares about his patients. He makes you like feel so comfortable in the operating room, so comfortable going into surgery. You see him week of and he checks in on you. He literally called me the night of both my surgeries to check in on me. And you can tell he just cares so much. And I think as a patient, you're really looking for that, especially with the surgeon. So I couldn't recommend him more. And I felt so taken care of. And I think that's something you really need, especially somebody like me who's been through so much with my meniscus and I've had so many previous surgeries. I was definitely really looking for that and was so appreciative. I had such a great experience. And it's definitely a hard experience to go through. My meniscus transplant was all day. It was a really long surgery and it was really, really intense. But he made the process really so great. I think when I look back on my experience, I had seen 3 other surgeons in different states, and the way people are treating the meniscus is just not very innovative and it doesn't have long-term results. I had had so much of my meniscus taken away at such a young age and I was having such intense knee pain and I felt like no one really treats and is trying to help you the longevity of your life down the road. And Dr. Saliman's technique and is just so innovative. And I was at a young age where I had done everything that you're supposed to do and was definitely willing to try something new. And I can't recommend him enough. Like, I wish I could have seen him for my first 2 knee surgeries. And if I would have only had 2, and I ended up having 6. I literally would tell people to fly across the country to see him. And I'm lucky that I live in LA, so he was so close. But like I said, I wish I would have found him when I was in high school and I had my first meniscus tear. I just think if I would have, my knees would be so different. But I'm happy I found him now, and I'm happy that I'm in such a great place. But like I said, I wish I would have known him 10 years ago when I tore my meniscus for the first time, because I would definitely be in a different place. And I couldn't recommend him enough. And I've had such a long road with my knees, and I feel like he is really trying to close that chapter for me. And I just have so much trust in him. I'm so thankful. So I would recommend him to anyone I know, everyone I know, and everybody I don't know.